أهلا أهلا كيف الحال؟ Welcome to Learn Arabic Online with Lubna Dumayan. Don't you think that we have 5 fingers for a reason? As everything has to have its own purpose. We can count up to 5. We can slap people. Shame. Let's not do that. We can grab things. We can do a handstand, maybe. I can. What about finger gestures? Something like this? Well, we can also count the 5 verbs. الأفعال الخمسة. 5 means خمسة. Uh-oh. 5 verbs? What are the 5 verbs? What is the meaning of the 5 verbs? Question, question, answer. The connotation of this quintuple is the verbs with the patterns تفعلين, تفعلان, يفعلان, تفعلون, يفعلون. So as you know, فعل represents the form 1 of verbs. So these 3 placeholders, فاعل لام, are representing the original radicals. And these 5 forms are just the imperfect of فعل. So فعل is conjugated in the imperfect indicative with 5 different subject pronouns. So, the 5 verbs الأفعال الخمسة are formed according to one of the 5 following patterns or templates. Yeah, you may consider them as templates. They are also called the 5 examples. الأمثلة الخمسة. These 5 forms include every imperfect verb with the suffix ya, implying the second person singular feminine as its subject. أنت. Every imperfect verb with the suffix ألف, implying the second and third person dual as its subject. أنتما هما. Every imperfect with the suffix واو, implying the second and third person plural as its subjects. أنتم هم. The 5 verbs, let's recap, are the ones conjugated in the imperfect tense with the suffixes ya, of the second person singular feminine, and the dual ألف, ألف الاثنين, dual ألف, referring to the second and third person dual. The collective واو, واو الجماعة. So this is called واو الجماعة, indicating the second person and third person plural. Alright? So we have second person feminine singular, dual ألف, ألف الاثنين, and the collective واو, واو الجماعة. The suffix nun, this nun here, in the end of these 5 verbs, is the sign of the nominative case. which means that these verbs are in the nominative case. حالة الرفع. It is noteworthy that the nominative case has four markers. علامات الرفع. علامات الرفع. Four markers of the nominative case. So we have alif, all right. We have wow, noon, or that's damma, the short vowel that comes with the oo sound, damma, on top of the consonants. The noon indicates the nominative case in the 5 verbs. Alright, let's check some examples. أنت طالبة مجتهدة تتكلمين اللغة العربية بطلاقة. The verb تكلم. تكلم form 5. تكلم. Conjugated in the second person singular feminine. أنت تتكلمين. So تكلم means to talk or to have a discussion or a conversation. So أنت طالبة مجتهدة, you are a diligent student. تتكلمين اللغة العربية بطلاقة. You speak Arabic fluently. So we have 2 sentences. While translating this kind of sentence into English, we are going to use the relative pronoun to connect the 2 clauses. I would say, you are a diligent student who speaks Arabic fluently. But in Arabic, note that we did not use a relative pronoun to connect a clause to a noun which is indefinite. So if the noun preceding the descriptive, its descriptive clause is indefinite, you would not use any relative pronoun. To use the relative pronoun, we have to make this noun definite. So I would say أنت الطالبة المجتهدة التي. I will use التي as a relative pronoun since الطالبة is feminine singular noun. التي تتكلمين اللغة العربية. But if I say أنت طالبة مجتهدة indefinite, you would not use anything between the 2 clauses for connection. Alright, this is something to know. Okay. Here, أنتما, second person dual. Masculine or feminine, doesn't matter. أنتما ممرضتان تداويان المرضى. Alright? Here, from the verb dawa, quadrilateral verb, dawa, to cure. Mumarrida means nurse. Mumarrida. So here we have 2 of them. Antuma. I'm addressing the 2 nurses. You are 2 nurses who cure the patients. Al-marda. Al-marda, the patients. Alright, see here, we did not use a relative pronoun, but we do so in English. المعلمان يدرسان النحو للطلاب. هما, the third person dual. Here, masculine. هما يفعلان, هما يدرسان. المعلمان, the two teachers, teach grammar to the students or to students. النحو grammar. Alright? And we have the suffix an, the alif and the noon, aliful ithnain, the double alif representing the subject. So this suffix is a explicit subject. So alif is referring to the al-mualliman, and the noon is the sign of the nominative case. Alright? Antum, second person plural, masculine. Antum إعلاميون مخلصون تنشرون الحقيقة. From the verb نشر. نشر, to publish or to spread. نشر. إعلامي, publicist. إعلامي. Plural. Sound plural. أنتم إعلاميون. You إعلاميون مخلصون. You are loyal publicists who publish the truth. الحقيقة, the truth. هم, third person, plural, masculine. الرياضيون. Alright? الرياضيون يستعدون للسباق. استعد, form 10. استعد, to prepare or to get ready. The athletes prepare or are preparing or are getting ready or get ready for the race. الرياضيون يستعدون للسباق. So this واو الجماعة is the subject of the verb استعد as a suffix, and this is the mark of the nominative case. Alright. Bear in mind that the imperfect subjunctive المضارع المنصوب, as you remember from the previous lessons, the noon, this noon, the suffix noon, will be dropped if the imperfect verb is preceded by a particle of negation len. Len will not. Len negates the imperfect with future meaning, will not. Or the conjunction kay. Kay means in order to, or so that, or n here, n, which put the following imperfect in the subjunctive and translated as the English infinitive. Remember? N plus the imperfect subjunctive means that or to. Or لام التعليل. لام التعليل. لام التعليل means lam of justification or reasoning, like here, and it comes with a kasra. There are too many lambs. I will make a lesson about that. Or the preposition حتى, حتى, which means till or to. It has too many meanings. It will depend on the context. Thus, the case of the 5 verbs preceded by all these words will be in the subjunctive. حالة النصب. So we have حالة الرفع, حالة النصب. Alright, in the accusative case. Imperfect subjunctive means in the accusative case. Here are some examples. هما لن يتوقفا عن الكلام. So the verb توقف form 5. توقف to stop. توقف. Form 5. So هما is third person plural, dual masculine. They will not, both of them, they will not stop talking. We say توقف عن. توقف is followed by the preposition عن in order to finish the meaning. So توقف عن الكلام. They will not stop talking. الكلام. Alright? أنتما لن تخدع الزبائن. So in both cases you can see the noon. The noon is gone because the imperfect is preceded by لن. So these are in the imperfect subjunctive, in the accusative form, accusative case, حالة النصب. So خدع is to fool or to trick, from the verb خدع, to fool or to trick. أنتما, both of you, I'm addressing both of you. You will not fool or trick the customers, الزبائن. Alright? So ألف is the subject of the imperfect subjunctive of this verb, the verb خدع. Alright? And the sign of the case is the omission of the noon. Alright? لابد أن تختاروا أغاني تناسب ذوق المستمعين كي تنالوا رضاهم. Here we have the verb اختار. اختار, form 8. اختار, to choose. Preceded by أن. لابد أن تختاروا is أنتم. Second person plural masculine. أنتم. So from the, you would find out from the suffix. So لابد أن, you have to. لابد أن, you have to choose songs that ناسب. ناسب is form 3. ناسب. ناسب, to suit, to fit. تناسب, that suit the taste, ذوق, the taste of the listeners, ذوق المستمعين, so that you get their satisfaction. رضا, satisfaction or contentment. رضا. نال, to get. Hello verb, form 1. نال, to get. So here we have the verb اختار preceded by أن. That's why it is in the accusative case. And after the omission of the noon, we add an unpronounced alif. It's just there. Here, ناسب is not preceded by anything. That's why it is in the imperfect indicative. And here, نال is preceded by K. That's why it is in the imperfect subjunctive, in the accusative case, because of the omission of the noon. Alright? عليهم أن يستعدوا. يستعدوا from the verb استعد. استعد is to prepare. استعد. كي يربحوا. يربحوا المسابقة. عليهم أن. Him is referring to the third person plural masculine. عليهم أن they have to. لابد أن have to. عليهم أن have to. Two different expressions for the same thing. عليهم أن يستعدوا. They have to prepare, and plus the imperfect is rendered as English infinitive. They have to prepare in order to win the competition. كي يربحوا. In order to win. So that they in order to win the competition. K is rendered as in order to. Alright? Or so that they win the competition. أنت تجتهدين لتنجحي. From the verb اجتهد. اجتهد form 8. اجتهد to strive. اجتهد form 8. لتنجحين. لام التعليل. Lam of reasoning. Alright? So you are striving. Why? There is a reason for that. To succeed. لتنجحي. And there is no noon. The noon is gone because this imperfect is preceded by لام التعليل. Alright? أنتما تعملان بجد حتى تتفوقا. أنتما second person dual masculine. أنتما تعملان. You work, both of you, so hard. بجد. So تعملان بجد. You work so hard بجد to excel. حتى تتفوقا. To excel. ألف is the subject of this verb. And the verb is in the imperfect subjunctive because it is preceded by حتى, the preposition حتى. Alright. On the other hand, in the imperfect jussive المضارع المجزوم المضارع المجزوم the noon will also be dropped if the imperfect verb is preceded by a particle of negation لم did not, or lam of command لام الأمر. With this lam you command a person or people to make something, and it comes with a kasra also as the other lam لام التعليل, but with different purposes. There are too many lambs. And la of prohibition. La الناهية, like do not. La الناهية, not. So as follows, the case will be in the jussive, which means that the omission of the noon is the sign of the accusative and jussive cases. Here, أنتِ خرجتِ ولم تعودي. Here, the verb خرج, to go out, in the perfect second person singular feminine. أنتِ خرجتي. You went out. ولم تعودي from the verb عاد. To come back. عاد is a hello verb, form 1, because of the weak letter in its middle. You went out and did not come back. Okay? So here the verb عاد is conjugated in the imperfect jussive because it is preceded by لم, and the noon is gone because it is in the jussive mood. Alright? So you have 2 hints to know that this verb is conjugated in the imperfect jussive, preceded by لم, and the noon is gone. Whom, third person, plural, masculine. هم لم يوفروا جهدا في إنقاذ الفريق. وفر. وفر, form 2, is to make. وفر. وفر جهدا, make an effort. جهد means effort. جهد. They did not make an effort in the team's rescue. إنقاذ, rescue. الفريق, team. Here is a ra. فريق, team. So well represents the subject, which is whom, the third person plural masculine, and the noon is gone because it is in the jussive mood, and we have a replacement with an with the alif, the unpronounced alif. لم يوفروا. لا. لا الناهية, لا of prohibition. لا تكتبوا بالقلم الأحمر, addressing the second person أنتم, plural masculine. لا تكتبوا. So this لا الناهية will put the following verb in the jussive mood. Do not write, from the verb كتب, to write. Do not write with بالقلم الأحمر, with a red pen. Alright? لتكرمي ضيفك, from the verb أكرم, to honor. أكرم. And this lam is lamul amr. I am commanding you to honor your guest. Li tukrimi ضيفك, honor your guest. So this li, when the verb is preceded by li, the verb will be in the imperfect jussive, and the noon will be gone. Alright? As a student, you will be always looking for an effective memorization method. And this is one of them, to take advantage of, to fix in your mind the suffixes of the imperfect conjugations. Knowing your 5 verbs will indeed advance you in your Arabic conjugations learning process. So let's try it all. Hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard. Never give up. Practice Arabic. Just do it. Hard work pays off. You ask, I answer. I teach, you learn. I'm going now, but you stay there. Why? To rewatch me again. Maybe you missed something in your first time of watching. Until then, you like me and you miss me and you keep learning Arabic. With who? With me, with Lubna. إلى اللقاء.